And we're starting your Sunday with quite a bit of cloud cover across the area. The good news, the rain is moving on out and we're going to see a pretty nice day across the area. Temperatures also in the 60s in most locations, 64 at the airport, 59 down there in Homa, so a little chillier down to the south. We will see some sunshine today though. It is looking like a pretty nice day. Temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s, so a little bit above average, but pretty typical for this time of year. You're hour by hour into tonight, not too bad. We'll see the lower 70s, eventually the upper 60s with partly cloudy skies, but it is looking dry. Now, we saw some rainfall last night and overnight and this morning. We did not see much. Most locations under 1/10 of an inch. The airport, 1/100th of an inch. Bogalusa looks like the winner with our reporting sites with nearly 1/10 of an inch, but we certainly need a little bit more than that to get out of this drought. You can see there the rain now heading off towards the east. We just have a few spotty showers down in the lower parishes, but other than that, it is looking dry and we're going to continue to dry out. All the rain now moving into Florida, and this is where the heaviest of it has been down into the Gulf of Mexico. So that continues to head on out of the region as that disturbance moves on out. And as I mentioned, we will see a little bit of sunshine later today. As we go into your Monday, though, it does look like we will start to see more cloud cover and possibly a few pop-up showers Monday afternoon into Monday evening. It doesn't look like a washout, but we could see a little bit of rainfall. Better rain chances, though, as we go into Tuesday. Now, it doesn't look like a washout either, but we could see a little bit more showers, maybe a downpour or two, especially north of the lake and up towards the Macomb area. That's Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday evening. Now, our best shot of rain over the next 7 days looks like it'll come Thursday and into Friday. There is still quite a bit of uncertainty with the exact timing of that storm system, so we'll just have to kind of eyeball it. But it looks like Thursday, Friday will be our best shot of seeing some showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms. So here's why. We're actually going to dry out and heat up into the middle part of the week, and it's because this high pressure, the ridge to our south, builds to the north. Notice by Wednesday, sitting pretty close to the area. But look what's happening off towards California. We've got a storm system developing, a pretty strong storm system. Now, it will weaken as it heads in our direction, but as long as that pattern heads in our direction, we do expect more cloud cover and eventually some rain chances. So overall, the pattern shows that we will see some rainfall. The exact timing, that's still a little too far out, but we'll be ironing out those details over the next couple of days. And as I mentioned, we certainly could use some of the rainfall. We now have a moderate drought in the New Orleans area up towards Slidell and Biloxi and down towards Homa as well. Now, north of the lake, you are running abnormally dry, but that drought is mainly south of the lake, and it will probably continue to creep up because no big rain events are in the forecast. Now, to our north, they don't need that rainfall because that affects our Mississippi River. It is now up to 16.6 feet. It increases about 0.1 to 0.2 feet each day. So we do expect it to get to around 17 feet by April 8th and then stay there. So our flood warning is in effect, and of course the Bonnie Carey spillway is open right now, and they're continuing to open up some of those bays as that river continues to run high. No big rain events here, as I mentioned. We will see better chances for rain mainly Tuesday rather. The rest of today looks dry. That 20% chance of rain is for this morning. That's dropping currently. Wednesday is hot and partly cloudy. Highs near 90 degrees once again. Of course, that is going to be record highs, and then staying warm on Thursday. Now, Thursday and Friday, as I mentioned, is when that storm system approaches. We'll go with about a 30 to maybe 40% chance of rain as we go into Friday. And then this weekend, Easter weekend, is looking a little bit cooler with highs in the mid to upper 70s.